you decide to market your brand is how you show up in the world. Just Marketing is committed to making a difference through being and building ethical, anti-racist, and equitable businesses. If we haven't met yet, my name is Meg Brunson, my pronouns are she, her, and Just Marketing combines my mission to build a more accessible and inclusive world with my expertise in the digital marketing space. Let's do this. I kicked off the new year reading the book Doing Democracy, the Map Model for Organizing Social Movements by Bill Moyer. I am one of those people who loves getting involved with demonstrations on behalf of social movements that I support. And this book not only outlines what it takes for social movements to be successful, but it references many case studies of past social movements, something I love learning about. While reading the book, I couldn't help but think about the Just Marketing movement. Well, it's not a true social movement like the U.S. Civil Rights Movement or the breast cancer social movement. I began to recognize some parallels that exist between what the book was describing and what I'm trying to accomplish through Just Marketing. Primarily, the 4 roles that people play in a successful social movement. So those 4 roles are citizen, rebel, reformer, and change agent. It's important to note that none of these roles is more important than the other. Each role can be played effectively or ineffectively, and they each play an important role in the success of a social movement. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into how they all apply in social movements. If you're interested in that perspective, I encourage you to pick up a copy of the book. It's a great read. But here is how those roles are played within the Just Marketing movement. So let's first start with the Just Marketing citizen. The citizens in the Just Marketing movement are the entrepreneurs and small business owners and marketers who are adopting Just Marketing strategies and applying them to their marketing strategies, thus giving the movement legitimacy in the eyes of others. They acknowledge that there's a problem with the status quo of marketing, and they are committed to centering society's overarching values of justice in their marketing. By doing so, they are advocating for and demonstrating the vision of the Just Marketing movement. In order for a Just Marketing citizen to fulfill their role, they must not only accept and adopt Just Marketing strategies, but they must also be perceived as good businesses. And that means businesses who are acting in the best interest of the general public. We define this as valuing people over profits. It's also important that Just Marketing citizens don't condemn the people who are not following Just Marketing practices. We need to aim to educate and influence and not mock or humiliate, even if we don't agree with somebody. We will only achieve our long-term vision by incorporating Just Marketing into our everyday practices, and that is what Just Marketing citizens are focused on. If you're here, you're probably a Just Marketing citizen. Now, what about the rebels? Rebels in the Just Marketing movement are the ones who put the problems with the status quo of marketing into the public spotlight. They are often dramatic or controversial in their education of others. And some ways that this might look includes calling out on Just Marketing when they see it, or publicly applauding Just Marketing when they see that. Commenting on social media posts or ads, or creating a unique post to dissect the marketing decisions and explain the lessons that can be learned. Demonstrating online through social media videos, reels, blog posts, etc. This is where some of that drama and controversy may come into play. Rebels are courageous and willing to take risks. They know that by being public with their opinions and commitment to the movement, that they're likely to face ridicule from people who don't identify the status quo as being problematic, but they also may face burnout, feeling like they're always fighting the good fight, but change is slow, right? And in some cases, this can even cause fallout with friends who share different beliefs, or loss of employment if you're working for someone who firmly believes in prioritizing the business goals over all else. The third role is the reformer. The Just Marketing reformer has the role and responsibility to reform existing systems as an employee or contractor of a business who has yet to adopt Just Marketing strategies. So most people will start as citizens, acknowledging the problem and committing to learn more and do better. And those who are currently in a power dynamic in which they lack power will often take on the reformer role out of necessity. Alternatively, the role of reformer could be taken on by someone who is consulting or contracting with another business or client. The reformer must be able to convince other people in power that they should abandon what they're currently doing, which may even be working, in order to adopt a more just approach to marketing. This often requires access to analytics, goals, and working cooperatively with power holders in the form of business owners, CMOs, and other individuals. Additionally, reformers often turn into watchdogs, monitoring to ensure that new policies and practices are actually being implemented. Now, the just marketing change agent, the fourth role, are often less visible than the rebels. So their goal is to create an open space focused on discussion that welcomes all voices and perspectives that are willing to abide by basic rules of inclusion and respect. The world of just marketing is constantly evolving, and no one has the answer, which is why this forum for discussion is so important. Change agents are focused on getting others to join the movement in the way that makes the most sense for them, likely starting as a citizen. And in order to do this effectively, they must be able to show how the problematic aspects of the status quo of marketing impacts multiple sectors of society. For example, women, people of color, atheists, overweight people, people who are neurodiverse, and the list goes on and on and on. Change agents are focused on shifting the paradigm on what constitutes a just marketing strategy and what traditionally held views need to be reevaluated. We need to change the underlying worldviews that cause marketing to be unjust to begin with, because only then can we ensure that the changes we're aspiring to make can be made and that they won't revert back to old strategies. And for this reason, change agents are also often focused on anti-racism or decolonization initiatives as well. None of these changes are going to happen quickly, so change agents should be prepared to be in it for the long haul. Now, together, these four roles, they work together. The just marketing movement requires that we have people in all four roles. Citizens who are acknowledging the issue and committing to make personal changes, rebels who are publicly demonstrating the problems and solutions, reformers who are convincing those in power to implement changes, and change agents who are providing the space for discussion and paradigm shifts to happen. It's essential that no one thinks that their role is more important than the others and that we all work together as allies, because cooperation and mutual support will enhance the likelihood of success. Competition will always reduce effectiveness. For example, a reformer may think that the rebel is hurting their likelihood of success because the people in power often don't like rebels. But reformers have to remember that the role of the rebel is important when it comes to rallying public awareness and support. Every role plays its part. You may be listening and find that you take on more than one role, which is totally fine. Some people flow through different roles depending on the time and place. Members of the Just Marketing movement have the ability to earn badges based on the roles that they play in the movement. These badges can be displayed on their websites, on emails, on social media profiles, and more. So how do you get your badge? Joining the Just Marketing movement is easy. You simply have to acknowledge that the status quo of marketing is unjust and begin implementing Just Marketing strategies into your marketing mix. If you don't know where to start, you can access the Just Marketing checklist at justmarketingchecklist.com. Remember that this list is robust and you don't have to do all of the things at once. Implement changes in your marketing strategy one thing at a time, and then add new changes as you master the previous ones. Now let's get you your Just Marketing Citizens badge and get you listed in the Just Marketing directory. Simply check the show notes for the link or go to megbrunson.com/movement. That's megbrunson.com/movement. You'll enter your best information in the form and will manually process your application. Often within 2 to 3 business days, you'll receive your badge via email with instructions on how to leverage it, and your information will be listed in our Just Marketing directory so everybody knows that you're legit. Processes for obtaining the Rebel, Reformer, and Change Agent badges will be announced later in 2023. So by grabbing your Citizens badge now, you'll be kept in the loop to claim your additional badges when they're ready. This movement is really important to me. I know that together we can make a difference. Often it feels like the problem, the status quo of marketing, is just so big and so broken. But if we think of it as this huge tapestry with little threads around the edges, and each one of us can only pull on one thread, together we're going to be able to unravel that whole damn cloth. And that's what the Just Marketing movement is all about. And I'm excited to have you on this important journey with me. Don't forget to fill out your form at megbrunson.com/movement. And until next time, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Okay, y'all. I know this podcast is full of recommendations for ensuring your marketing is just, and trying to remember all the things can be overwhelming. Luckily, you don't have to rely on memory alone. Before you post your next piece of content, be sure to download the Just Marketing Checklist so that you can ensure that everything is as accessible and inclusive as possible. You can download that resource at justmarketingchecklist.com. You may already know, but we've made Just Marketing accessible to you however you prefer to consume your content. You can subscribe and listen on your favorite podcast player, subscribe on our YouTube channel to watch the videos, or read the transcriptions on the blog and subscribe there as well. I would appreciate honest reviews wherever you are consuming this content. And of course, if you would share this resource with anyone who is or should be on a Just Marketing journey. Thank you so much for being with us again today. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.